What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97 and welcome to episode number 50 of my WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. We're back for more main event, coming to you live from Indianapolis, Indiana. And what a show do we have in store for you. Kicking things off, we've got some singles action as we await the arrival of Long Island Iced Z, the former tag team champion. It is, of course, Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder, his previous time in Universe Mode, as of late, it's been a bit of a mixed bag of sorts. We've had some matches where Zack Ryder has scored some victories, whether that's in singles competition or at the Slammy Awards, alongside his new tag team partner, Mojo Rawley, scoring a tag team win over the Outcasts. But then there are also matches where Zack Ryder has come up short. So Zack Ryder, if he wants to try to make a push for that United States title, which is in all sorts of disarray at the moment, but if Zack Ryder wants to try to make a push for a championship to once again become a champion here in Universe Mode, he's going to have to start putting together some more consistent victories. However, it doesn't seem as though Zack Ryder's going to be in for an easy night. We know that the Hype Bros, and especially Zack Ryder, has had issues with the Outcasts in the past, but take a look at who's in the center there. That's not Curtis Axel. I mean, we have seen Curtis Axel making some, well, politicking his way backstage, perhaps trying to recruit some new members to the Outcasts, and it seems as though the Outcasts have already gained one new member in their ranks, and that is Zack Ryder's former tag team partner, the former United States champion, the former tag team champion, Jack Swagger. Well, this is if just going off of what we saw from Jack Swagger last week in his match with Fandango, where he just completely obliterated Fandango, I'd say this is a scary development, to say the least. The Outcasts are already, the Outcasts, they haven't quite produced the results that they have been hoping for, but perhaps the addition of some new members, the addition of, well, just look at this, these two men staring each other down. I mean, these two men have history with each other. And it wasn't too long ago that they had a bit of a reunion in the Royal Rumble match where they worked together to attempt to eliminate Baron Corbin from the Rumble. That, of course, was unsuccessful. And in fact, it was Baron Corbin who tossed both of these men over the top rope and out of the matchup. And it really has shown how the frequent losses, just the lack of success on SmackDown, how it has warped the mind of Jack Swagger. As you see, Jack Swagger looking to go for his usual salute, but Zack Ryder not going to let that happen. Zack Ryder will not be taken lightly. Of course, Zack Ryder has been back and forth with Curtis Axel in the past, and now just seeing his former tag team partner, his former ally, now join the ranks of one of his greatest enemies at the moment. I mean, I'm sure Zack Ryder, he's got a lot to try to process at the moment, and perhaps that could give Jack Swagger the edge. If Ryder's distracted, letting his emotions get the better of him, Jack Swagger, especially in his current form, could definitely score the win. But right now, Zack Ryder looking to score the win, but he only gets a 1 count. As you see, Bo Dallas repositioning himself and now trying to distract Zack Ryder here. And this is always the threat that is posed by the Outcast, the numbers game. As at first, Slater and Dallas were standing side by side, but now just, taking up more space around the ring. Zack Ryder's going to have to have his head on a swivel in this matchup, and that's, again, only going to aid Jack Swagger's chance at victory. And I mean, Jack Swagger, he has been in impressive form as of late. Ever since he cut ties with Tyson Kidd and developed this more aggressive style, this more physical... Wait a minute, Bo Dallas is up on the apron. Oh no, and there's a steel chair in the ring. Jack Swagger looking to strike with the steel chair, but Zack Ryder able to catch the steel chair. And now look at this, roll up by Zack Ryder. Does he have him 1? Does he have him 2? Huge upset. No. Despite the odds, well, now Jack Swagger, the force of that kick out, sent Ryder up to the middle rope. And Ryder able to stay on the offensive off that drop kick. And now, big time elbow drop there, or should I say a broski elbow. But it's not enough for the 3 count. Jack Swagger able to power out at a count of 2.5. But Zack Ryder, this is not unfamiliar territory for him. He has had to deal with the Outcast numbers game in the past, and in fact, he was able to score a victory over Curtis Axel despite the numbers game. But Jack Swagger just about blew out his knee with that inverted chop block. And now Swagger, this is where Swagger goes to work. Jack Swagger at his best when he's working on the leg, softening up his opponent for that Patriot lock. And couple that with his new aggressive style, Zack Ryder is in a world of trouble there as you see a DDT to the foot, the ankle of Zack Ryder. And now Jack Swagger stomping away at the knee. Zack Ryder and Jack Swagger, like I said, they do know each other very well. They were tag team champions for a brief period of time in Universe Mode, but that was over a year ago. How much has changed between these two men? I mean, Jack Swagger and Zack Ryder, neither of them have been able to taste championship success since they were tag team champions. Well, I guess that's incorrect. Jack Swagger was the United States champion up until the Royal Rumble of last year. But after that, I mean, neither of these men have had the opportunity to... Wait a minute, Rough Rider out of nowhere! Zack Ryder with the Rough Rider out of nowhere, but Bo Dallas trying to loosen that turnbuckle pad. Zack Ryder goes for the cover, but the referee didn't see it. Bo Dallas, the distraction, and it pays dividends for Jack Swagger, but Zack Ryder can't let that get to him. Zack Ryder's got to stay on the attack. He's got to keep fighting against Jack Swagger. Can't take his eyes off him. As the double knees to the face from the middle rope, drop kick to the face. And Zack Ryder's heating up. Flying forearm in the corner. Jack Swagger crumbles to the canvas, and here's Ryder. Woo! 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 You know it, the broski boot! But is it enough? No, now it's Slater and Dallas providing a distraction again. And once again, Zack Ryder unable to capitalize. The referee's got to stay on top of this. If these men get... Oh, wait a minute! Jack Swagger playing possum! 1, 2... No, but a kick out. The referee has to... You know, if these two men get involved any further, the referee's going to have to either disqualify Jack Swagger or eject these two men from ringside. But it may already be too late, as Jack Swagger, off the middle rope, Swagger bomb! A vicious splash. And that's usually the prelude to the gut wrench power bomb. And Zack Ryder's out of it right now. You just see Bo Dallas has been pacing around this entire match. You just see these two, Slater and Dallas, like rabid animals, just watching on as Jack Swagger forces Zack Ryder to submit to the Patriot lock. And ultimately, the numbers game was just too much for Zack Ryder to overcome tonight. And with the addition of Jack Swagger, it seems as though the Outcasts are perhaps better than ever. Perhaps the addition of the former United States champion, and especially with how impressive Swagger has been lately, perhaps this is just the change that the Outcasts were looking for. Well, regardless of whether or not that is the case, we'll have to wait to see how the future holds up that claim, but for now, it's enough to get Jack Swagger the win over Zack Ryder tonight. Impressive stuff. And it is now time for some tag team action. And it's been a while since we last saw the Vaudevillains. The last time these two men competed in tag team action, they were defeated by the Ascension. That was, of course, an impressive victory that helped catapult the Ascension into the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship matchup at WrestleMania. But even before then, the Vaudevillains have... Well, I mean, it has been quite some time since we last saw the Vaudevillains, but even before their brief hiatus, I guess you could call it, they weren't exactly that... You know, they weren't exactly in the most impressive form. I mean, when they debuted, they were starting to rack up the victories here on SmackDown, but then or rather I should say on the SmackDown brand. This is main event, if I would get my head on straight. But even as early as the Fastlane tag team gauntlet, the Vaudevillains didn't even rack up an elimination in that matchup. They were, I mean, the Ascension were already worn out after taking on the Primetime Players in that matchup, after eliminating the Primetime Players from that massive tag team gauntlet. But the Ascension also went on to eliminate the Vaudevillains, so the Vaudevillains really didn't have much of a say in that gauntlet match, and they ultimately haven't had much of a say in the tag team division up to this point. But this could be the turning point. Perhaps that brief hiatus was just what the Vaudevillains needed to come up with a new game plan, to get their heads on straight, and try again, try to make another push for the tag team titles. And honestly, this is the best chance for them to do it. They're going head to head with the current WWE Tag Team Champions, the Red Hot Primetime Players. It was, of course, last week on Main Event that the Primetime Players picked up a victory over the New Day in impressive fashion. I mean, the Primetime Players, they really have been riding a streak of momentum. We speak of that tag team gauntlet before. That really was perhaps the genesis of a new beginning for the Primetime Players. I mean, they had come off this rivalry against one another where Titus O'Neil went on to become the Intercontinental Champion, went on to headline Survivor Series in a triple threat for the WWE Championship. King of the Ring winner. Darren Young, not quite so much success. If Titus O'Neil was the success story of the Primetime Players, Darren Young was, well, I mean, he was the weak link, I guess you could say, in that. I mean, Darren Young, he did have impressive performances, but he just couldn't achieve the same level of success that his partner Titus O'Neil could. But at WrestleMania, Darren Young, he made up for that. Darren Young was the one who scored the pin on Devon, and in fact, in that matchup, it was at one point a handicap situation where Darren Young was stuck in a 2-on-1 situation against both of the Dudley Boys, while Titus O'Neil was incapacitated. Let's focus on the matchup at hand right now. Some nice chain wrestling between Aiden English and Darren Young to start us off. Darren Young able to escape that predicament. A very nice bit of chain grappling to start off this matchup. That definitely does play into the styles of both Aiden English and Darren Young. As right now, Darren Young back him into the corner, went for a rolling elbow, but Aiden English with the reversal, and now a couple of stiff shots to the temple of Darren Young. But Darren Young was able to last. He was able to hang on in that handicap situation until Titus O'Neil was able to come down to the ring, and even before Titus could get there, Darren Young was able to overpower the Dudley Boys for a brief period of time, just long enough to give Titus O'Neil a chance for the assist. Let's look at this. Michinoku driver by Aiden English. English, hook of the leg on Darren Young. 1, 2, nope, just a 1 count. Darren Young, the quick kick out there. I mean, what an opportunity this is for the Vaudevillains. You pick up a win over the Tag Team Champions. I mean, I've done a lot of talking about the Dudley Boys in this episode. They are in impressive form right now, getting victories over the Ascension at the WWE Draft. But the Dudley Boys, the thing about that is, I mean, they also got a victory over the Usos, before I forget about that. But if the Vaudevillains could defeat the Primetime Players here tonight, they might just shoot straight past the Dudley Boys, straight into a Tag Team Championship match. Let's look at Simon Gotch with the manliest of elbow drops into the pin. 2, but a kick out by Darren Young, and that's what Simon Gotch brings to the table. The powerhouse strength, and then of course that's what the Vaudevillains are all about. They're all about manliness and chivalry, and you can even say that chivalry is only just a byproduct of manliness. I don't know. I'll have to get into a discussion with one of these two men down the road to figure out exactly what the dichotomy, what the balance is between manliness and chivalry. But I'm getting on a bit of a tangent, as there's a cover by Aiden English. 2, but again, Darren Young able to hang on. But Titus O'Neil, you can see that Darren Young is not in a good shape. Titus O'Neil trying to reach out for a tag, as now Aiden English. No, wait. A reversal by Darren Young with a knee to the face. And Darren Young boot to the midsection. He's got English on wobbly legs, and he takes him down with a nice neck breaker. And now Darren Young. This is vintage Darren Young with a leg drop, elbow drop, forearm smash. Beautiful combination of strikes, and Darren Young makes the tag to Titus O'Neil, and business is about to pick up. Titus O'Neil bringing his strength into the equation. Look at the raw power behind that power bomb. Shoulders are stacked on the canvas. 2. But English narrowly escapes that predicament. But Titus O'Neil right now has certainly turned the tables in the Primetime Players' favor. You see Titus trying to fire up the crowd. And so far, I think it's working. These people firmly behind the Primetime Players as Aiden English going for the ride. A full Nelson slam by Titus O'Neil. And now Aiden English sent into the corner. And Titus O'Neil, a massive clothesline to the back. Aiden English caught between a rock and a hard place. Nowhere for English to go. And again, Titus O'Neil, like a freight train, just obliterates Aiden English with a clothesline into the corner. And now English caught in the tree of woe. Oh, but he's able to counter with a knee to the face. And a massive clothesline by Aiden English. Look at the power behind that clothesline. And just like that, Aiden English has an opening. He takes a bow and delivers a leg drop. There's your chivalry. The most respectable leg drop in the world. And now Aiden English makes a tag to Simon Gotch. Oh my God, uppercut to the back of the skull. Whirling dervish. Simon Gotch hits the neck breaker. Hook of the leg. Do we have an upset victory? 1, 2, 3. No. Titus O'Neil, I don't know how he did it, but he manages to kick out of the whirling dervish. Gotch can't believe it. He's going to try for the pin again. He thinks it's a fluke. But that ain't no fluke, Simon Gotch. This is a man who main evented Survivor Series against the likes of Brock Lesnar and Kevin Owens. You cannot count out the intestinal fortitude of Titus O'Neil. As Titus O'Neil now whipped into the corner, looking to make a tag is Simon Gotch, but he's not going to get it. As it looked like Aiden English was trying to take a cheap shot at Titus O'Neil, but Titus able to narrowly avoid that strike and deliver a couple of his own to Simon Gotch. And Titus O'Neil, look at that confidence as Simon Gotch whipped into the corner. Titus makes the tag to Darren Young. And this is bad news for the Vaudevillains. Darren Young up top. Ghetto Blaster. The backbreaker elbow drop combination might just spell the end for Simon Gotch. 2. And it's over. A valiant effort by the Vaudevillains. But at the end of the day, it is the tag team champions, the Primetime Players, who pick up yet another impressive victory. And just like that, I mean, the Primetime Players, how quickly things have turned around for them. They're now your tag team champions, and they are just unstoppable. This is a polar opposite to where they were at this time last year. It just goes to show how much these two men have grown, how much they have evolved. Because of their rivalry, because of their singles careers, because of their shared... Wait a minute. That was a bold challenge just issued by Bubba Ray Dudley. We'll have to wait to get an official response, an official confirmation from the Primetime Players. But we could see a Tag Team Championship tables match at Extreme Rules. We'll have to wait for an official update on that, see what the Primetime Players have to say to that. Will they answer the Dudley Boys challenge? And knowing the type of people that Darren Young and Titus O'Neil are, I get the feeling that they will. But for now, we'll have to put Extreme Rules in the background, because making his way to the ring is Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze. And in the last episode, we got an official update on Apollo Crews, that Apollo Crews will be out of action for an extended period of time, thanks to the damage done to his leg after the match, after he defeated Tyler Breeze. And it really just, Tyler Breeze showing his true colors on that night. A sore loser, that's what this man is. But, I mean, he got rid of Apollo Crews, so I guess ultimately he achieved what he was hoping to achieve. And it has given him the confidence to issue an open invitational tonight. Tyler Breeze dubbing this the gorgeous open invitational. An open challenge to anyone on the roster. To any Joe Schmo who thinks they can step up to a match with the gorgeous one. But obviously Tyler Breeze, knowing him, he really doesn't care who he's facing, because he knows that he's gonna win. Because Tyler Breeze, I mean, his ego knows no bounds. So who's it gonna be? Who's gonna step up to the plate? Wait a minute. Wait a minute! Oh my God! TJ Perkins is answering Tyler Breeze's open invitational. Who would have thought that TJ Perkins was in the building tonight? Oh my God. This is incredible. TJ Perkins. I mean, while he hasn't been in the WWE, TJ Perkins is, a well-traveled veteran in the wrestling industry. He started at a very young age. In fact, if it wasn't for professional wrestling, well, TJ Perkins might not have escaped a life of poverty. I mean, at one point, TJ Perkins was living on the streets. And the only thing that really brought him out of that dark place was professional wrestling. And now he's here in the WWE on main event, taking on Tyler Breeze. What an opportunity this is for TJ Perkins. But Tyler Breeze doesn't seem too impressed with Perkins, as you just see him mocking him. But TJ Perkins not gonna back down to Tyler Breeze. Wait a minute! Whoa! What a counter by TJ Perkins, as Breeze rushed at him, but Perkins catapulted him into the air and took him down with a devastating drop kick. And now look at this. Look at TJ Perkins adding a bit of flair onto it as well. And just like that, TJ Perkins has made an impact in this matchup. If Tyler Breeze wasn't taking him seriously, well, he'd better start, because TJ Perkins is making a fool out of him as Perkins ducks underneath. Look at this. Hurricanrana, look at the athleticism by Perkins. I mean, this crowd is electric right now. I'm sure that no matter who would have came out to the ring... Oh, wait a minute. Breeze. That'll shift the momentum. A big turnaround with that Impaler DDT, and here comes the aggressiveness, the frustration by Tyler Breeze. Undoubtedly still has a bit of frustration left over from that match with Apollo Crews from WrestleMania. And he's looking to take it out on TJ Perkins tonight. He does not want TJ Perkins to humiliate him, to show him up like this. But TJ Perkins continues to fight as he takes him down with a dragon leg screw, going straight after that knee of Tyler Breeze. And this is where TJ Perkins, he is a submission specialist, and he's putting that on full display right now with an Indian deathlock, putting all the pressure on the legs of Tyler Breeze. Oh, but what a stiff shot. Tyler Breeze not able to really counter his way out of it. You see him sort of favoring that leg off that suplex. But Tyler Breeze, I mean, he didn't really need any sort of technical specialism to break out of that. Just a straight punch to the face. That'll produce results. As Perkins dumped to the outside, but able to skin the cat. Look out! Look out! That might not have been such a great idea on the part of Perkins, as Tyler Breeze nails him with a triangle drop kick. And now look at Breeze. There's the vintage ego. Legendary narcissism on display by Tyler Breeze. As Perkins was trying to get into the ring, but Breeze doesn't even give him the chance, knocking him off the apron. And now Breeze looking to follow him to the outside, As Tyler Breeze, no wait, oh, I thought he was going for a Russian leg sweep, but instead, driving Perkins face first to the floor. That's definitely a Tyler Breeze approach. You know, he doesn't want anybody to hit him in the face, but he's more than willing to give his opponents some facial reconstruction. As Tyler Breeze, a massive punch yet again to the face. And looking for a Saito suplex, but it's not going to happen. TJ Perkins sticks the landing. And Perkins, oh, he's going back to the leg. Quick as a cat. TJ Perkins has Tyler Breeze. And again, Tyler Breeze is in trouble. Perkins just tearing away at that leg. Tyler Breeze, he might not be able to find a way out of this. Well, there's your way out. A straight boot to the face, to the nose of TJ Perkins. But again, Perkins the first to his feet. And again, look at those cat-like reflexes. And again, zeroing in, pinpointing that leg. TJ Perkins, he came into this matchup with a game plan. Tyler Breeze, he didn't know who he was expecting to face. But TJ Perkins, he knew about this opportunity, and he has prepared in, oh my God, TJ Perkins through the ropes! DDT! A suicide dive DDT. That certainly is some suicidal offense on the part of TJ Perkins. But look at Perkins just soaking in the adoration of the WWE fans. I mean, this might be his debut, but TJ Perkins, you'd think he'd been here all along with the abilities he's displaying right now. I mean, Tyler Breeze is in a world of trouble. Michinoku driver. Perkins hooks the leg. Do we have the win here? A huge upset in the making. No. Breeze able to kick out. But TJ Perkins is just, I mean, how impressive has Perkins been in this matchup? Tyler Breeze, I don't think this was a fight that he was expecting. I think Breeze was hoping for an easy victory tonight. But he is not getting that out of TJ Perkins. Perhaps Breeze has bitten off more than he could chew. Springboard frog splash by Perkins. And the hook of the leg on Breeze. 1, 2, 3. No. But again, Perkins is getting closer. That was a count of 2.9, but Breeze, he was able to hang on, but only just barely. Oh, counter. A jawbreaker by Breeze. And a supermodel kick. Supermodel kick by Tyler Breeze. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. No. Perkins narrowly survives. But Breeze is not happy. You can see the frustration boiling over. And this is when Tyler Breeze is at his most dangerous. Oh man, what a move. A straight jacket backstabber from Tyler Breeze, and now zeroing in on that spine with a submission of his own. And now the pressure is on Perkins as Breeze slowly wearing him down. Can Perkins find a way to escape this? Yes, he does. He slips out of it. And he's got him again by the leg. Shin breaker. And into another dragon screw. Beautiful combination by TJ Perkins. He's got Breeze in the center of the ring, and he's looking for another submission hold. This time it's the Muda Lock. The Muda Lock is applied. No rope break in sight. Is Perkins gonna make Tyler Breeze submit? This would be the ultimate humiliation for Prince Pretty. Breeze, can he hang on? Is he gonna tap? Wait a minute, Breeze. Breeze able to escape it, able to break the grip of TJ Perkins. And now Tyler Breeze has got him. No, counter. I think Breeze was looking for another Impaler DDT, but Perkins had it scouted. And just when it looks like Breeze is in control, TJ Perkins takes it back. And Perkins, the TJP clutch. Is Tyler Breeze gonna tap out? Tyler Breeze, he can't quite reach those ropes. Perkins has got the pressure on. Breeze, he might have to tap. I don't think he can get out of this. What an upset by TJ Perkins if he can just get Breeze to submit. But Breeze able to escape it. Breeze on one leg right now. Beauty shot out of nowhere. on one leg, delivers the beauty shot. 1, 2, 3, and Tyler Breeze. How close can you get? By the skin of his teeth, Tyler Breeze only just barely comes out with a victory in this matchup. What a performance by Perkins, though. Breeze was on the brink of defeat. He was on one leg, but just able to catch him with that beauty shot. If he didn't hit it, I think Breeze would have lost this matchup, but he found the ace he was looking for, and that'll close this episode of Main Event. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, keep on YouTubing.